This is Erin Houston, Director of Partnerships at Devex, back again, joined by Melanie Wedland, Director of Service Design and Innovation of the Labor Ward Project at M4ID. Melanie, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me. Great
Yes,
to
of
be here.
course. I've been hearing lots of buzz about your work here at Women
That's
Deliver.
great.
It's
Exciting.
fantastic to be joined, especially on a morning when the main plenary is about human-centered
Right.
design
Yes.
and communication with the people you're working with in the field, co-collaborating.
Yes.
So an excellent time for our conversation.
Great.
I'd love to start out just by hearing a little bit more about the project itself and understanding where this project came about. I know our viewers are probably very curious about what the Labor Ward Project is, so we'll go into detail. You're working on some of the most important issues. The issue of child mortality, infant mortality, maternal mortality. It's the incidents have decreased over the past 20 years, but it continues to persist. And as many of our viewers know, those issues are mostly because of safety issues, overcrowding, uncleanliness. And so the Labor Ward Project is doing amazing things here, and would love to have you walk us through what that looks like.
Great. So yes, the Labor Ward Project is a 15-month project. We are now halfway through, 7 months, and it's a multidisciplinary project to bring service designers, product designers, and architects together to rethink the labor ward in low-resource settings around the needs of care providers and women through a human-centered design approach. So we're really looking at, what do women need when they go through labor? What do care providers need to provide high quality of care? And in thinking through architecture, product, and service, we can really bring all these different aspects of service delivery, of infrastructure, and tools and communication and services together to try to come up with design proposals to improve the quality of care, to improve the experience of women going through childbirth, and hopefully, therefore, improve health outcomes ultimately.
Great, great. And how did this get started? What was the impetus?
Well, we've been working in service design and human-centered design for quite a while on maternal health. And when we were in the field, we were working in facilities on service design. A lot of infrastructure and product challenges came about. So we were working at that time with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation on the project. So they suggested, why don't you look at this holistically? We really need to integrate. Also, we need to look at the structure, we need to look at products, because all of these things, they come together, and it's not only one service that you can look at, but it's the synergy of these things that come together in creating an experience for the woman.
Right. Can you give us an example of something that you think will change in the future based on a discovery from this project?
Well, I think WHO guidelines and other guidelines and tools and services talk about the involvement of the companion in labor, about improving skin to skin directly after birth. But current facilities in low resource settings, many of those, they don't have space in the facility to allow a companion to come with the woman throughout and assist her throughout labor. Some of the labor beds, they don't allow for birthing positions that are upright or kneeling or squatting. So we've been looking at, what kind of low-cost solutions can help bring these improved standards of care into actual practice.
Right, and fairly simple interventions, not necessarily always high-tech. It's not the next, the next tool. It might just be something simple like space.
Absolutely. It's simple spatial changes like improved ventilation through getting better airflow, taking a wall down here, or installing additional hand sanitation things, and then simple things as communication, using paper-based tools with visualization that women can actually understand, which are in the language of the women, so that they're more prepared, they feel more empowered to go through the process of labor, know what's happening, and also can act more actively upon their condition.
Yeah, that's fascinating. And I would love also if you could share for everybody who is joining us online, they have not had the opportunity to walk through the exhibition hall and see this amazing display and experience that you all have set up here. So could you share with us more about the Birth in Progress?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Birth in Progress is part of our design process. We're now 7 months in the process, and as you mentioned before, we're using a co-creative and human-centered design approach. So it's really important for us to collect and design together with the people who actually know best maternity care. So we work in country with the women and healthcare providers, but also here we want to use the situation to really involve any maternal health experts in the co-creation of this solution. So we've put up an exhibition called Birth in Progress, which displays all of our design proposals and solutions, which are work in progress, first version prototypes, to come and see and co-create together with us, try them out, test them, ask questions, revise, comment, and together with us decide and design what will be the next iteration of these tools.
Great, great. And I know when we were talking just before coming on camera, you were expressing to me, again, this is a 15-month project, and you had teams that started in isolation and then came together, and you're right at the middle of it now, and you're iterating and getting ready to move forward.
Right.
Do you have a sense yet of what the outcomes might be from a project like this?
Yeah, I mean, we have had a lot of interest on very specific things, as well as, you know, a lot of requests, you know, can this be like a one package model that we can just take, you know, with the architectural ideas, with the product and service solutions. But then there's also very targeted interests in, you know, in the delivery bed, in the delivery stool that we have at display, or in the communications tool. So we're hoping that with all these insights that we collect here, we can kind of design the right package and the right format of delivering these innovations and make them available to everyone with the right needs.
Yeah, that's excellent. And you know, from there, I'd love to kind of take a step back and your observations in this field. I mean, clearly you've been doing this for a while. You're an expert in this space. How much do you think human-centered design has really come into the conversation here in the, I guess, in the industry or in the space that Women Deliver is serving, and at the conference here too?
Yeah, I think it's coming out everywhere suddenly. So we can really observe the change in the last 2 years that human-centered design really is entering the field of maternal health and global health in general, and recognizing the fact that you can very quickly and very powerfully design tools together and make them more effective and efficient and desirable and useful when you design with the people that are actually using these services and tools. So, and very much in line with quality improvement, quality of care, respectful maternity care, which is all about communication. It's about empathy. So human-centered design really is really well placed to be a good process to help these quality improvement efforts to be implemented in services that are really empathetic and that really drive that.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily all about lean projects and failing fast to learn. It's also about co-creating. It's mostly about co-creating.
Absolutely, yes. And it's building ownership also within the place context where these services are being provided. So from the start, you involve people in the design of solutions, so they feel proud and they feel ownership and they can take responsibility of really using and shaping the design of these tools.
Is there a country context, whether that is the Labor Board project or maybe another project that you've worked on, where you've really seen that ownership take hold, that you can kind of give us a little more color to, or a specific example?
Yeah, I mean, I think Kenya is one country where we're working in, where really people really embrace the process and really feel empowered to take on the role of you know, taking responsibility of designing new services and solutions and trying out. We also work in Nigeria and Uganda, where we've also seen a lot of interest in really taking that approach on.
Great, great. And I'd love to hear a little bit more as well about the future projects that you have. Obviously, you may not be able to go into detail because we're now pontificating about the future, but the way that the Labor Board project has played out and the lessons that you all have learned as you've gone, and knowing that you're halfway through at this point, what are the other applications that you foresee in the future that you all might be working on, and the outcomes that you hope might come from it?
Well, I think this project has really shown us and opened us the eye to the value of multidisciplinary work and really find a way how design actually can play a role in facilitating that process of bringing multiple disciplines from maternal health to design to architecture together to jointly rethink how can we tackle these global health challenges. Right. So we're really looking forward to applying this kind of process to aspects of malnutrition, of HIV, and other services. So these are the challenges.
And that's a theme that I'm hearing here at Women Deliver is integrated development.
Absolutely.
Where most people are talking about it as, you know, integrated across health and education and other issues and other sectors that we tend to silo off, right? And you tend to be talking about it as a completely integrated approach that is maybe not, you know, architecture is not always thought of as a development issue or sector, right? But it's so critical to the experience that a mother has.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Thank you so much
Thank
for your
you.
time here today. I'm so excited to see the results and to see the outcomes in the next 6 months
Yes,
of the
yes,
project.
yes.
And anyone who is tuning in today but has a chance to still walk through the exhibition hall
Yes,
who might
and
be joining us,
at
please do.
10:30 we have a live birth simulation with Pronto
Fantastic.
International showcasing the innovation proposals in the delivery room. So
Okay.
I welcome everyone who's here to come and see it. It's a really great experience.
Great. Well, thank you so much,
Thank
Melanie.
you.